What's going on, everybody? This is 86 tier back with some more. Dang it, did the. I gotta fix this real. I'm using the lossless scaling. Uh, it messed up. Using that just to get a little bit more frames out of Path of Exile definitely helps since my PC is a little not that powerful. So this definitely helps. But just kind of wanted to do a bit of an update on Path of Exile. Last few videos I've done have been about Diablo 4. That's just because I was checking out the new season, um, leveling, messing around with the Druid build on there. I was playing a Sork, but didn't really enjoy that very much. So went back to Druid, leveling that, just working through the end game. Kind of like my off game when I feel like taking a break from Path of Exile. But I did end up making a uh, elementalist, explosive arrow totem elementalist, ballista elementalist. Trying this out. Should be a lot more chill of a build, a little bit more tame. I can just kind of relax and throw my totems down and let them kind of do majority of the work. All I got to do is kind of dodge and be careful a little bit. So it's definitely more chill. And the the arc build was kind of just getting stressful as I was progressing through the end game. It can be a bit of a hard build to. Whereas this build, you just throw down your totems, and they shoot the explosive arrows into them. The more explosive arrows you get into a target before they explode, the more damage you do. So really good build. You can really scale the damage up pretty high. I should be able to at least get this build to clear all content. Hopefully, I haven't really played much in like the last week. I've been playing Diablo 4, and I only have so much time to actually. Oh, that a lot of damage there. I need to heal. Take care of this blight real fast. Got that taken care of. Nice, nice. That's mainly what I've been running. Blights are pretty chill. Just kind of get your towers going and let them kind of kill mobs for you. It's enjoyable. It's chill. I'm just kind of going for like the more chill league mechanics. I like to play games to relax. I'm not a try hard really. Um, so pretty much what I've been doing. What level am I right now? Level 81. I think I still need to do Merc Lab on this character. Yeah, I still need to get my Merc Lab done. That'll probably be like the next big step I do, and just really working on getting gear upgrade pieces. I'm just using a Quill Rain right now, just for the crazy insane attack speed. Works really well. You can pretty much use Quill Rain all the way from level 5 into mapping. And then I think eventually you want to go Widow Hail with a quiver with high dot damage on it. And then you'll just scale that high dot damage with the Widow Hail, and you'll get a huge multiplier. So eventually I'll probably try to get a Widow Hail and try to work on crafting a quiver or buying one. I mean, I have quite a bit of currency. I think I have like 3 or 4 divines, so I'm definitely not broke this league. I have a fair amount of currency, and yeah, I'm pretty much gonna be playing like Diablo 4 one day and then Path of Exile the next day. I'll just be alternating between both games. That way, I don't really feel ever really feel burnt out on one of them, and it'll leave me with a lot of stuff to do, plenty of content, and I'll kind of go over the character. I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with Explosive Arrow and how that functions. Ballista builds have kind of been pretty popular for a while. I don't think they're really necessarily meta anymore. I think it is pretty popular this league, but it used to be like the meta was everybody would league start explosive arrow ballistas, but they've always been a pretty strong league start. The weapon that you need, Quill Rain, is like extremely cheap. It's pretty easy to farm too. You could easily get one dropped early on. So just push this build as far as I can. Like I said, this is just more of a really laid back, chill build. Something that I can, throw on a podcast, listen to the podcast while I'm playing, and just run through some maps and not really have to think about what I'm doing too much. Just kind of main thing I need to worry about is character placement. Where's my character at? Am I dodging? Make sure I'm standing out of any big AoEs, stuff like that. Work on rounding out my defenses. Elementalist is already pretty solid defensively, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem to kind of fill everything else out. Get the rest of the build sorted out and continue to push further into in game and see if maybe I can eventually get some of these pinnacle bosses down. It's always kind of been a struggle for me. Like I said, I'm not really a try hard gamer. I just play games to really just chill and relax. So, if I don't clear all content, I'm not really stressing about it. But I think this league, because this might be like the actual, well, I shouldn't say that because there's no way PoE is gonna stop doing leagues. But this is like probably a league I should really just try to clear all content. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll just keep pushing through, kind of go over my gear. Nothing is really crazy. This gear or this ring polaric devastation is best in slot. Left ring slot, you cover enemies in ash for 5 seconds when you ignite them. This is really strong. Cover enemies in ash, pretty much. What does it do exactly? Cover in ash like 20% less movement speed and 20% increased fire damage. That's like a 2 times damage multiplier. Not bad. Um, Everything else, and then Wilma's recoil is pretty much mandatory as well. Increases and reductions to cast speed apply to attack speed, and then it gives you ancestral bond, so that saves you one point. And then I just got the quill rain. I've got explosive arrow 6 linked. I've got that link with deadly ailments, ignite proliferation, elemental damage with attacks, ballista totem support, and burning damage support. Like all you really need to get this build going is like a quill rain. I think you get explosive arrow pretty early. Like you could run this build with a quill rain, um, like straight from like level 5. I think you could, yeah, you can equip quill rain at level 5. You can use that shit straight to maps. So it's really, really strong weapon. Works perfect for this build because it gives you that insane attack speed, which allows you to stack as many bolts, explosive bolts on the enemy before the fuse runs out. And the more of those you have, the higher damage you do. So really good. Yeah, just I love this build. It's really chill, and I should be able to really push through on in game. Skill tree, let's just kind of go over this real fast. Nothing really too crazy. Of course, we got what is this? Elemental overload. Skills that deal critical strike in the past 8 seconds deal 40% more elemental damage with hits and ailments. So if we do a crit with explosive arrow for the next 8 seconds, it deals 40% more damage. So really good. Um, so yeah, that helps out a lot. The rest of it, we're going for these totem nodes. Totem nodes are good with like attack speed. Cast speed is always also really good because our totems will benefit from the cast speed. It'll apply to our attack speed because of our helmet. So that's really good. And then we just want to go for like fire damage and fire damage over time multipliers. That's like where most of our damage is going to be coming from. Damage over time multiplier here. And then of course you want to get life. Um, Work on defenses. Suppression is good if you can get suppression. Uh, Wait, brand? Oh wait, what brand? Wait, why did that say brand? Oh, I must have tripping. Um, and then this is more fire multiplier. Then come down here. This is more fire damage. This is ignites you inflict deal damage 50% faster. So that's just more damage multiplier. Um, and get this life over here, and then when I grab this little cluster here, which gives us fire damage, and enemies ignited by you have -5 to elemental resistance, so that's just more damage. Always nice taking the enemy's elemental res down. And then getting this elemental damage here, go down and get this life. And then this node has attack and cast speed, so we benefit from both of those. Get this life down here, and then came down here. Got these totem nodes down here. This is just totem damage. And get this accuracy right here. And then also I got the node here, gain accuracy rating equal to your intelligence. Accuracy rating is probably one of the most important stats because if we need to be able to hit 100% of the time, so that way we make sure our damage is not falling off or always at maximum damage. So crit, or not crit, but accuracy is really important. I'm gonna get this life here. Nothing is finished yet. Like I said, I haven't really played this character much in like the last week, but I'm gonna, now that I got a build that I'm enjoying in Diablo 4 to the end game, I can alternate between um both, and it should be pretty cool. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'll be alternating between Diablo 4 and Path of Exile. And this is the build that I'm playing and gonna be playing probably for the remainder of the league. This is Explosive Arrow Elementalist. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Peace.